I was just listening to the Epic Economist, and the gentleman who is conducting the lecture is talking about prepare for housing crash. Epic Economist. And I said a hostile takeover might be imminent. Where did the money come from? Who loaned the money out for the people to buy their houses and to purchase their houses anyway? What are we gonna do if we got Russia over here, not very far from the United States of America? Where can Russia strike us from? Where can the Russians strike us from? Please, anyone? Alaska. Russia can strike us from Alaska. It's like 2 point something, maybe 3 miles away from the United States of America in the Alaskan border. Who secures that border? Who secures that border to make sure that the Russians don't attack us from there? Even China. China and Russia have become allies. And we still want to fight. We want to fight. We need to be trying to fucking negotiate. And I don't care if you want to blur me, bleep me out, throw me down and cast me aside fucking YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Blurt, bleep, bloom, bloom, bloom. Should nobody cheer and be on here? Cheering and heard the word fuck before. It's adults who make shit just so, oh, you shouldn't say that. Why shouldn't I say it? I thought it. Let me get it out of my fucking head and leave me the fuck alone, okay? Where did the word fuck originate from? Why is fuck a bad word anyhow? I don't fucking get it, okay? All I'm saying is we need to be concerned as America. You can't get no fucking goods. You don't want the people from the southern regions to come bring food, pick food, work the fucking fields. You want to shade them, shine them, and demean them and turn them into demons. And all they trying to do is make a living. Of course you're going to have bad people mixed in with the good people. Hey, you ever bought a big old barrel or a bushel of pears? And then way deep down inside of here, you got this bad pear that's just decaying already, messing up the rest of the bunch. We have to set up places and perimeters. If we're going to allow people to come here and work here, it got to be better ways to do it. We run background checks on people. We do it all the time. But then I ask myself, I say, okay, so why? Why have borders? The world wasn't created with borders. Why you create borders? Why do you create borders? Why you got the liberty and the justice to tell me what I can do? I ain't hurt nobody. But you tell me, well, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. You can't go here and you can't go there. And if you talking to them over here, then you don't like us over there. I just don't get that. And because they hate me here. They hate me there. They hate me everywhere. Everywhere I go, somebody fucking hate me. If you have not given people a legitimate reason to hate you, then don't worry about a damn thing. Because they going to do what they want to do. And don't worry about the liars and the naysayers. We still got to learn how to stick together. We trying to learn how to be America. After the hostile takeover of this country, it was a hostile takeover of this country way back when we say Christopher Columbus discovered What did he discover? No, he landed here. He came here, telling people that he had good intention. But I also said that I also heard that he ain't land here. I done heard so many different stories about where he actually landed. I don't know. Maybe he landed here and he got on the trail of life. It's like that big old trail. People travel that trail. You know how many immigrants have migrated from one place to another, away from home, away from their region? Habitats, humanity, people going. During the wintertime, we travel and we flock like the birds, and we go to where it's warm. And then when it gets cooler and cool down, we travel back. But we being told that ain't, you gotta have some money. You need a passport. I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's a lot of people out there who doing a lot of things that are unjust and unlawful. We want to talk about slavery that we were not a part of and do nothing about all the children who are being sold as sex slaves today. It's a lot of people who are being kidnapped, held against their will, held hostage. I say when you take somebody to jail without a trial, then you hold them people hostage. But why you can get a bond? What's a bond? A bond is a ransom. They just changed the word from bond. Change the word from ransom to bond. And it's still the same thing. A lot of people locked up and locked away because of a ransom bond. It's still the same thing. And they have not been held accountable. People will lie. People will get you thrown in jail when you ain't did a motherfucking thing. A lot of people in jail for crimes they didn't commit, or for selling weed or drugs. Well, why can the pharmacist sell drugs? Why? Why? Why should the pharmacist be allowed to legally sell drugs? All these stipulations create a lot of problems. All these telling people what they can and cannot do create a lot of problems. Just a lot of problems. For me, for you. I don't care if you don't agree with what I say. It's still how I feel. It's just how I feel. I feel like grown people have the right to do what they want to, even if you don't agree with what they're doing. I don't want them to get hurt. Well, I'm just gonna move out of their way and let them have at it. Even if I don't agree with it. Some things are so hard to overcome. And then with lack of support, no support system, nothing. Just a jail cell. And inside that jail cell, probably is a lot of abuse. But we think the jail cell, oh, that's just gonna straighten them out. One night a jail cell could mean a lot. It could be a lot of damage to one person. Just one night. Somebody who already going through and we lock them up in a jail cell, unsupervised, with people, other people, and don't give them the means, the right means that they need. So that even if they locked away, their loved ones can be there beside them to hold their hand and tell them it's going to be okay. We locked out. We locked out of institutions. And people in institutions might not be treated fairly. You don't know. You won't there. You don't know. You weren't there. People might be beat down, held, and beat down some more, and beat down with objects, and beat down some more, and they can't control themselves. And you can't control yourself either. Cause long as you beating them, you not in control. Long as you beating somebody to try and control them, you're not in control of yourself. And I want to use discipline. Disciplining a child is a completely different thing. But it's a thin line between discipline and abuse. Discipline and abuse is a thin line. And I'm tired. I can't even go to sleep. I can't even unwind. I've been upset. I've been upset early. Anybody who play Cash 3, play 827. What the last drawing gonna be? 827 gonna fall. I'm just kidding. Okay, listen. How do I overcome my fears? Ain't nobody gotta listen. I'm just saying, I'm just talking to myself right now. Anybody that might want to chime in, it's just how I live. I isolate myself from people. Sometimes people can be so overwhelming. And you don't isolate yourself from people because you don't want to be around people. It's just that people can be so overwhelming. And I am one of those. I can be overwhelming. I can be a handful. And I know this. I know this. But I try hard not to abuse, neglect, misuse, or mistreat others. I just try hard not to. And I try hard to address issues right then and there, even if somebody else don't want to deal with it. People say all kind of things, and when you keep your mouth closed, they will just keep right on telling you their opinion. But when you finally speak up for yourself, I don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear when you got to speak up for yourself. A lot of people don't want to hear when you stand up for yourself. They don't like the signs. They don't like you walking out here carrying a sign, telling people how you feel. When you standing up for yourself and what you feel is right for yourself, oh, they don't want to hear, oh, they acting out. Where all of that come from? Listen, I'm ready to go in there and go to bed. But then I can't wind down because my mind won't wind down because I don't really have nobody I can sit down and have a legitimate conversation with. And maybe because I'm afraid to talk to people. Or then when I get home and I can get into my own thoughts, then it's easier for me to express how I'm feeling. Because I'm afraid that it might bring controversy from someone else. And I'm not ready to face adversity. I just don't want to. I don't want Russia and China attacking us because of a hostile takeover, telling us that they claiming the lands because a debt has not been paid. We don't know. We don't know. We just know we are being constantly lied to. We just know that goods are not coming in. And no matter how much money you keep on trying to charge these people, they're not going to pay it. What is this debt? It has nothing to do with the people of the United States of America. And then I say, well, what do the Native Americans say? How do natives to this country? Because it's a lot of tribes that were not recognized. When all of the things went down and tribes were claimed. Those were the tribes that became allies with the government. So the tribes that became allies with the government are the tribes that became recognized and the tribes that submitted. It's a lot of people who fought, who said, no, you will not come claim my land. What is it? What is it? I don't know. I don't know what make a person think that they can go in and take people land from them. Perhaps it's a debt that the bank that you bank with ain't been paying. And it ain't got nothing to do with you, but the bank done defaulted on this promissory note with this foreign government who said that, listen, we're going to make good on this note. And they didn't make good on the note. And now these people want their money. And so because you can't get them their money, everybody who owe money, everybody, it doesn't matter. The bank owns all of this. The bank owns this region. The bank owns this region. We don't know. The government might be the bank. Maybe the bank is the government. And they're not making good on their loan note. And the people are like, have you ever seen people who live in a house or apartment or something like that? And then you got the United States Marshals or whoever they is that come in and set all of their stuff outdoors. Maybe that's what this is, because they've not made good on the loan. Maybe they didn't make good on the loan. So now you come in and you set everything out. Well, people don't know. You're not getting my home. I've been paying my money to the bank every month. Every month I've been giving my money to the bank. And instead of sitting here asking the people, negotiate with the people and not the bank. Why can't you negotiate with the people and not the bank? Because see, the people don't know about all of that stuff right now. They've been paying their money to the bank. And now you want to hold the people accountable because the bank not suffering. It's the people who suffering. Find better means to work motherfucking things out, okay? We ain't trying to lose our lives and our livelihood because of no fucking money. Money is just going to be obsolete. I don't care how much money you got. If you can't find no food nowhere to eat, you going to get out yonder and eat the grass with the cows? Mm-hmm. Yeah. People going to soon become the wiser. And they going to pull together somewhere. And they going to sit together somewhere. And they going to let your ass sit over yonder and wonder how you going to get a meal. We don't need no more gods. One was enough. One was enough. Look at all the damage that he done and caused. And all of his followers and all of his suitors who wish to be great like him and cause famine everywhere.